Hello everyone, I'm Zhang from UIUC. Today I would like to brief our work, the effect of metadata on scientific literature tagging, a cross-field, cross-model study. In this paper, we study the task of scientific literature tagging. Our motivation is that the volume of scientific publications is growing exponentially, doubling every 12 years and reaching a staggering 240 million by 2019. Because of such an information explosion, we need to automatically tag each scientific paper with its relevant topics. For example, given this paper graph structure in the web, we need to predict both its coarse-grained labels and fine-grained topics. Previous studies have mentioned that scientific literature tagging is beyond a multi-label text classification task because academic papers are accompanied by metadata. For example, here this paper has its venue, authors, and references. These types of metadata can be strong category indicators. For example, the venue WWW may imply the paper's relevance to coarse-grained topics such as computer science and the World Wide Web. Its authors and references may further imply fine-grained topics. Although previous studies have considered using metadata in scientific literature tagging, we argue that two important questions are largely unexplored. The first question is whether metadata are always helpful. It contains two sub-questions. First, are metadata always helpful across all scientific fields? We ask this because the focus of previous studies is restricted to one or two scientific fields only, for example, computer science and biomedicine. And the observations on these fields may not be generalized to other fields such as art, economics, mathematics, and physics. So empirically examining the effect of metadata in these fields has remained elusive mainly because of the lack of benchmark datasets. The second sub-question is whether metadata are always helpful across all classifiers. We ask this because previous metadata-aware taggers mainly train a recurrent neural network or transformer architecture from scratch. It is still unclear whether the proposed usage of metadata can be generalized to other approaches, such as bag-of-words classifiers and pre-trained language models. Actually, in our experiments, we show that for both questions, the answer is no. So an immediate follow-up question is, given a field, say mathematics, a classifier, say transformer, shall I use venues, authors, or references in scientific literature tagging? How do I determine whether they are beneficial? In this paper, actually, we observe a very interesting phenomenon. That is, the effect of metadata tends to be similar in two fields that belong to the same high-level scientific area. For example, biology and medicine are both life sciences, and the effects of venues, authors, and references are largely aligned in these two fields. So this partially answers the question here, because if you have experience of using metadata in one field, it can be extrapolated to a similar field. To summarize, in this paper, we conduct a cross-field, cross-model study. We construct a large-scale scientific literature tagging benchmark MAPLE covering 19 scientific fields. And we select 3 representative multi-label classifiers, one bag-of-words model, one sequence-based model, and a pre-trained language model to check the metadata, the effect of metadata when using these 3 classifiers. We have published the datasets and the code online, and they have received some attention. If you are also interested, please refer to these links. That's all. Thank you.